Chapter 1. Understanding your crockpot. Also called a slow cooker, a crockpot is a countertop kitchen appliance that allows you to cook food at temperatures lower than the boiling point. As a result, the food is cooked longer so you can prepare food a few hours before you are ready to eat your meals. Crockpots are not only used to make soups and stews, but literally all types of foods, including your favorite desserts. The crockpot has a heavy bottom made from a thick material with a heating element that cooks food at a temperature that ranges between 71 degrees Celsius and 74 degrees Celsius. Benefits of using a crockpot. Crockpots are becoming very popular as more and more people want to take charge of their health and still eat healthy meals. But aside from convenience, there are so many benefits why you ought to use a crockpot when cooking food. Below are the benefits of why you ought to use a crockpot. Cooks cheaper cuts of meat better than ordinary pots. Meats that are cheaper cuts come with hard connective tissues. Although they create tastier dishes, they are tough to cook on the stovetop. But if you have a crockpot, cheaper meat cuts are cooked longer, thus this method of cooking can bring out the best flavor of tougher meat cuts. Consume less electricity. A crockpot consumes less energy than stovetop cookers, so you can save more on your utility bills for a longer period of time. Food does not burn. The low temperature setting that the food is cooked makes it safer to cook your food without the fear of burning it. How to use the crockpot. Using a crockpot does not involve rocket science. In fact, it is so easy to use that you can't go wrong with this kitchen device. Below are nifty tips on how to use the crockpot. Fill the crockpot with half liquid. Using too much liquid requires a longer time to heat up the food, thus you may need another hour or two to cook your food. Place meat and root vegetable at the bottom of the pot as the food is submerged in the hot liquid. This will also allow the meat to soak up on the juices, thus making it more delicious. Trim off excess skin when cooking, as this will cook the food quickly and might create smoke, especially if the liquid used is too little. The lid of the crockpot is made of glass, so there is no need to lift the lid to check the food constantly. The thing is that whenever you lift the lid, you lose heat to cook your food, and you may need to extend the cooking time to another half an hour. Tips and tricks for using the crockpot. The thing is that you can cook different types of food in a crockpot. But if you want to make delicious meals using your crockpot just like the Pro, there are some tips and tricks that you need to take note of. Below are the things that you need to know when using a crockpot. As much as possible, cook the meat in the skillet first to add that smoky flavor to it, but make sure that you drain some of the fats before cooking. Add tender vegetables during the last minutes of the cooking time so that they do not get overcooked. If the cooking time is long, add the dairy products like milk and cream last. Overcooking them often results in curdling. When cooking seafood such as shrimps or squid, add them last because they might take on a rubbery texture.